Welcome to this news report from the Faroe Islands. You can find more content like this on our YouTube channel. PAL's fundamentals and sources are linked below, but let's get started with a quick weather report.
Yeah, so right now it's pretty windy out there with some sleet showers.
Lovely.
We have a low pressure system east of the Cape. And looking ahead to Friday,
Right.
we can expect increasing southeast to east winds shifting north-northwest in the evening with temperatures between 3 and 7 degrees Celsius.
All right, and what about the weekend?
Well, the weekend's looking pretty wet and windy.
Oh, no.
Yeah, westerly winds strong at times with rain and possibly even hail.
Wow.
Yeah, temperatures are going to stay between 3 and 6 degrees Celsius, but Sunday should be a bit calmer, with calmer winds, sunny spells, and showers. Temperatures between 1 and 5 degrees Celsius.
Okay, and how about the beginning of next week?
Right, so Monday will bring strong northeasterly winds turning to rain later in the day, with temperatures between 4 and 7 degrees Celsius. And Tuesday, we can expect strong northerly winds and possible showers with temperatures between 1 and 4 degrees Celsius.
Okay, great. Thanks for the weather report. So let's move on to the news. What's happening in Faroe's politics?
Well, today, political parties in the Faroe Islands met with the Prime Minister to discuss the future of the Faroe Islands' constitutional status within the Danish realm.
Interesting. And what prompted this meeting?
Well, it follows a panel discussion that was organized by the Sambandsflokkurin, or the Unionist Party, where all the political parties expressed a desire to work towards some sort of consensus on this issue.
Okay, were there any specific proposals discussed?
Yeah, so former Danish politician Bertel Harder suggested a future of cooperation between three independent nations, Denmark, the Faroe Islands, and Greenland.
Interesting.
But Prime Minister Barar Ostag Nielsen expressed concern about the potential loss of Faroe's rights if they pursue independence.
I see. Were there any other political developments?
Yeah, a Faroes member of the Danish parliament questioned Denmark's Minister of Industry, Business, and Financial Affairs about whether Denmark would unilaterally ban trade with Russian oil and gas transported by the Shadow Fleet.
And what was the response to that?
The minister confirmed that Denmark would not impose sanctions without an agreement within the EU.
Okay, great. What else is happening in the Faroe Islands today?
So, SEV, the Faroes electricity provider, gave a presentation at a security conference today,
Yep.
highlighting its role in national security and preparedness against external threats.
Makes sense.
Yeah, and they emphasized the unique self-sufficiency of the Faroes electricity supply.
Interesting. Anything on the international scene?
Well, U.S. President Donald Trump expressed uncertainty about continued U.S. funding for NATO.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he's demanding that other NATO members contribute more to defense spending.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
I
it
think that doesn't.
This whole constitutional question is really a complex one.
yeah, definitely seems like there are valid points on all sides. But what specific rights is the Prime Minister concerned about losing?
Yeah, that's a good question. He hasn't really gone into specifics yet, but, it's bound to be a major point of discussion moving forward.
Right, makes sense. So this whole discussion about sanctions against Russia really highlights how local interests can be affected by these global events.
Yeah, for sure.
So how did these potential sanctions impact the Faroe Islands directly?
Well, that's a great question. The thing is, the Faroe Islands aren't a member of the EU,
Right,
but they have such a close relationship with Denmark that they often end up being affected by EU decisions.
right.
So, a potential ban on Russian oil and gas transported by that shadow fleet could really have some economic implications for them.
Yeah, definitely, especially if it disrupts, existing trade routes or impacts energy prices.
Exactly.
Okay, so moving on. SEV's emphasis on self-sufficiency,
And if you want to learn more, you can find all the sources for this report linked below.
and be sure to check out our YouTube channel, PAL's Fundamentals, for more content like this. Thanks for joining us for this news report from the Faroe Islands.